What's up, YouTube? Well, for me today, it's time to get the diesel heater hooked up. So I've had it down in the cavity. I put in a heat shield. I got the heater bolted down in there, and then I kind of went on and had other things that were more important. So we're making great progress towards getting everything finished, but we still got a few things to tidy up. So the diesel heater is one of them. I didn't film too much, so I've actually already got the cabinet for the fuel container built and mounted, and I got the fuel container in there. And now Scott hooked up the wire to the heater, but never hooked it up, or to the breaker box. It's never been hooked up to the heater, so I'm gonna hook the power up to it, and hopefully go outside and figure out. I hope to get the pump to be able to fit inside the cabinet with the tank, so it's kind of protected. So here's where I'm at on the inside. I have to pull all the cabinet drawers out, and there's the diesel heater down in there, and it's pushed over to the front side here. On this project of the box truck, it's been a lot more challenging to be able to get all the stuff together because it's such a smaller space. And when we did the school bus, we had 30 feet of space that we could, it wasn't even a challenge really on the school bus. There was always room for everything. On this here, I had to push that heater over to this side as far as I could to get it away from the propane tank on the outside. So I'll show you that when I'm working on the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and crimp on some butt connectors here and get this hooked up in here. The outlet's gonna come out right down there. So I hope I can go buy a hole saw that'll work the right size and make that a lot easier. So I'll bring you along today. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so here it is on the inside. See, that's the power, the 12-volt power coming in there. I just connected it up here, and everything else goes down and out. Oh, not everything. That wire there goes up and to the controller up there. So I just got to cut a hole in the wall here to hook up the ducting to get the hot air out. I need to go on the outside and see about getting this pump positioned where I can position it out there. Hopefully on the back of the fuel tank. Okay guys, so here's the two cabinets. I don't think I filmed either one of these. This one over here, that's the propane cabinet. And the diesel heater had to go out just behind that. So you can see it up there going out the back. That's why I had to push it over to one side of that cabinet a little bit. And I'll show you from the back side. But here's the cabinet for the fuel, for the diesel heater. I'm going to use this boat tank because it has a quick disconnect and I can just run into the fuel station. I saw a guy over in England that did it. So with that quick disconnect, I can just unsnap this ticket, get some diesel in it, bring it back, plug it back in. There's a guy on YouTube that did it over in England. He's pretty clever, so thanks to him, but I don't know his channel. But anyhow, it's not my idea. Smarter guys than me figured that one out. But what I'm looking at is sticking this back here, and it needs to be at an angle. It needs to be angled upright like that so it doesn't get air bubbles in it. So I don't know if this is going to fit or not. We'll find out. I'll just roughly set it here and see if the can fits back in or not. Oh yeah, So that pump can totally go on the back wall. And you're going to want the hose to flip up over this way. So we'll see how we can do that. Okay. I got that bolted up in there. Now I just got to drill a hole over here for the fuel line to go out and for the power cable to come in. And then this end here will connect up to the tank. And the tank still fits. So that'll be perfect. So this is the wire that goes to the pump. So I got to drill a hole here and I can put the wire in there and then the fuel line back out through the same hole. Okay, I brought my hole in back here, and this thing will just plugs into that, and then you snap that spring down, or I guess the spring is down, you pull that out when you want to remove it. Anyhow, I'm not going to snap that on until I'm going to go in here and line this hole. I already deburred it with the file, but I'm going to line this hole so it's not sharp. I don't have any grommets that big, but I have some of that wire protector that I can make a sleeve around that with. Yeah, okay, so, you know, the boat hose comes with clips on both ends. But I just pulled this one apart and it's just not quite long enough, so I made myself the longer one. I actually don't need any of that. So basically this is going to go to here, but can't do it like that. And then I can actually set the fuel can on the ground, make this connection, and then pick this up. And the question is, how is this going to route around?
Oh, perfect.
Just like that right there. So when this gets empty, and it actually has a gauge right there, you can see, just I can take it out, set it on the ground, unclip it, go to town, get this filled up with fuel.
Put your hose back in the container. Shut it up, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then,
sweet.
but I got to get this onto there. So this fits onto there. So I'll stick this plastic pipe in halfway, and then I'll put this up onto there, and then that hose clamp can't collapse that. So that's what I need to do, I think. So this is the power wire going to the pump, and I put this wire loom on the fuel line just part way up there. I didn't want to put it up there and make it be any closer to the exhaust pipe, so that is all hooked up and plumbed in. I never have liked how close the fuel line comes to that exhaust pipe, but that's the way it's designed. Well, like a lot of things on this project, I wasn't able to have that muffler going over the other side and out toward the tire. The tire was getting hot, the floor was getting hot, so I rerouted it over this way. I don't know if you were able to see that or not. And brought it out the side of this box. And now the tire don't get hot and the floor don't get hot. And we ran it on high the other morning for quite a long time and everything was fine. So that's gonna do it for this installation. The tank is in here It's full of diesel and it's all hooked up. Pull it out to change it. This project has been challenging in the regards as to where there's room to put stuff and to route things. So I got both of these in here. And it's working and everything's going good with it. So I'm grateful I was able to get them in here without interfering with any of the engine systems or other parts of the truck. So I hope you guys can navigate your issues and problems in your projects and in your life. I hope you have lots of love and joy and friends and family to share it with. Catch you guys in the next video.